Meet 26-year-old Scott Sears. He's been training for 2 years to travel unaided 1,130 kilometres to the South Pole. That's the distance from London to Prague, but in temperatures of -50 and with no company but the wind, the weather and some native penguins.
So Scott, you're going to be here on the ice in around 3 weeks' time. Just point out your route for us.
Yep, so I land in Union Glacier, just over here, and from there I'll get on a twin otter plane which will fly me over to the south of the Weddell Sea in Hercules Inlet, and that's where I'll get dropped off on the sea ice and start my journey for 1,100 kilometres down past the Teal Mountains as my halfway point until I reach the Amundsen Scott research station at the South Pole.
Scott will be walking and skiing in winds of 100 miles per hour while dragging everything he needs to survive in a sledge behind him.
So my supplies weigh in total about 100 kilos, so it's about the same as Anthony Joshua. And I'll be burning, like you said, 3 times the normal number of calories at about 7,000 to 9,000 every day. So to try and get on board, I'll be eating the highest calorie substances known to man, like salami, cheeses, bits of butter and nuts and things like that.
Now, what's your motivation? What's your reason for doing this?
Well, the hope is to raise over £25,000 for the Gurkha Welfare Trust. I was in Nepal in 2015 when the earthquake hit, and when I went back on my language course as part of being in the Gurkhas, we did some work for the Gurkha Welfare Trust with veterans rebuilding their homes and things like that. And we really want to be able to rebuild a school in the name of Rifleman Suraj, who was the last member of 9 Platoon, which is the platoon that I took command of to be killed in Afghanistan before I arrived in battalion.
So of all the challenges facing him, what's the biggest?
Crevasses is my real big danger. As I'm walking across, I'll be crossing over crevasses that can be up to 2 kilometres deep, and they've got a thin layer of snow so you can't see them at all. Usually if you're in a team, that's not much of a problem because you're roped up, but unfortunately I'll be by myself, so if I did go through one of those, I'd be in a bit of trouble.
Are you frightened, excited? How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's very scary, but I'm very excited. It's 2 years in the making, so after all that time, I just can't wait to get started.
Scott comes from a family used to competition. His sister Kim Sears is the wife of tennis champion Andy Murray, and they'll be watching his progress.
Yeah, they've been very supportive of the whole expedition. I'm sure they'll be following along online my whole journey.
Scott aims to arrive on Christmas Day, although he won't be taking a Santa hat to celebrate. He has to travel so light that he's even drilled holes in his toothbrushes and cut the mosquito netting out of his tent. And he'll be blogging from the ice for the 45 days of his epic journey. Victoria Smith, Forces News, London.